Hi, I'm Andrew Wright, Principal of Professional Southport, and this is the Andrew Wright Property Podcast. I've built a multi-million dollar property portfolio, delivering a seven-figure annual rental income, and led my real estate team through thousands of sale and lease transactions. In each episode, I share real deals and strategies that will help you find, fund, and operate profitable property deals. The aim of this show is to provide education and build a community of like-minded investors who can collaborate, share insights, and help each other in each other's journeys. You can make excuses or you can make money, but you can't do both. So come and join us. G'day there and welcome back to the Andrew Wright Property Podcast. Today I'm thrilled to go into part two with a good friend of mine, Peter Puljich. In episode part one, which we went through his private company, Living Gems, we went through that business, how it was built up and eventually sold with 13 established retirement villages selling for $495 million to Stockland and Avid Property Group. Today we're talking about a company of even grander scale, a company that floated on the Australian Stock Exchange last year in 2025. It was the biggest listing in Australia on the Australian stock market. When did you start Gem Life, Peter?
I think we about 10 years ago.
And how did it start?
Well, Russell Allison, the real estate agent in Brisbane, called us and he said, we've got some people want to talk to you. So he got us, Vlad, Adrian and myself into his office in Brisbane.
Yep.
And they got tackled with the Australian partners. One of them is Greg Peacey. I think you could probably met Greg Peacey. He lives in Sunshine Beach. He was the partner with them.
Yep.
So we talked and they expressed the view that desire to do something together. Greg was merchant banker.
Yep.
And other two partners senior, they're bankers too. Tackle families, they're good, solid family people. And they are known Australian right to the Asia, and it was honor and happy to do business with them. So we decided to get together. We paid the fee to the agent in Brisbane for marrying us, and our first project was at what's the name? The lakes. Bribey Island.
Oh yeah, Bribey Island.
404 homes in there. And
what year did this all start, Peter?
I think we started. We bought the land. We developed probably 6-7 years ago.
Okay. Okay. Reasonably recent. Okay.
Yes.
So this joint venture, it's with a Singaporean company named Thakral.
Yes.
Tell us about the philosophy behind Living Gems is just your family, but Gem Life, you've done this in a joint venture. Tell us how important was having a capital partner like Thakral to provide the extra capital for you to scale up the business.
Well, it's very important. Like, as you know, they reckon every country and every bank and every business owes money. If you don't borrow money, you can't grow.
Yeah.
So you need to know when to borrow, how much to borrow, and these people are experts.
Yep.
These people do business through the Asia. The Australian partners, 3 of them are here with another partner, 4, and he passed away, unfortunately. He was a Indian, Singaporean. It's very important because they know where to get the money, they know how to get the money, and then get you what's needed. And they're already established client. It's very important. It's like driving a car in the bush. You need a petrol station to fuel up.
Okay, Peter, you are a fairly independent sort of fellow. Like, how did the transition happen where you sort of had a business partner that can maybe have some influence or control your decision making? Were there ever any problems there with them trying to control you? Was their money that you were investing?
Look, it was agreed that we will be in control, decision making, because we know-how was with us.
Yeah.
Finance was with them.
Okay.
So it was agreed we will control 50.001% just enough to give you if it come to, but he never came to it. Never
Okay.
came to it. A good business partners, if you genuinely want to make money, you listen to your partner, and then we listen to you, and then whoever has got a better idea, we go. We have never come to the stalemate. Never gone to a meeting where something was questioned. For instance, straight away, you propose. Usually, Adrian is my son. Usually, they back him up all the way. Trust him, because I've told them that my people, not $1 would change hands under the table. We're going to be transparent. We're going to go there. You provide the money. We'll build. And they've got their son in the office now. He's a CEO and he's a accountant. Finished in Cambridge in England. He's a specialist. He's a guru. He's everything. But it's good. Like we're family, we're friends. Not only we're part of it, we're family and friends.
It's a great story in itself without the money, just the number of joint venture businesses that don't work out. So I'm thrilled that it's worked well, and you've never had a fight with them.
Not one disagreement.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Not one disagreement. Not one disagreement, because we are there to make money. And this Indian family and Australian partners, they're all professional people.
Yeah.
They understand a partnership. They understand the arguing is not going to make us money. A good decision. They'll propose something, and we listen and say, yes, it's good. Let's do it your way. Let's do it.
Okay. And your son, Adrian, he's 37, I believe, at the moment. He's the CEO, is that right?
Yes, he's a CEO. Yes, he's a.
And he's a very impressive young man. He's I've only met him once over lunch, but he's just super intelligent, super educated, and has a very good way with words. You must be very proud.
Well, I'm very proud of him, yes. We're very proud of him. But the main thing is Adrian is prepared to listen. He's prepared to listen. He's prepared to listen. He'll explain his way of thinking to you, and he'll convince you. And if you want to change a bit, he's not stubborn and say no. He's prepared to listen. And the best decision will always win a day. Always.
Yeah.
And we have never, ever come to the same thing. We say, look, if you got any better idea, if you haven't, let's do it this way. If you got it there, let's do it your way. And that is because we're there to make money. We're not there to outdo each other.
Yeah.
We don't count dollars here, dollars there. We know the money will come at the end, and it did.
Okay. And again, this is a Google search, might not be 100% accurate, but Gem Life has at the moment apparently 32 separate communities and a pipeline of more than 10,000 home sites across Australia. That's an incredible scale. What do you have to say about that, Peter? Do those numbers sink in? Wow, this thing's become a massive business.
Well, to be quite honest, like if it happened to you or somebody else, I'd be surprised and I'd say, my God, isn't that nice? But because it happened to me, like you accept it, and then I still drive the same car. I still play chess every Wednesday morning and let people beat me, and I beat some and they beat me. And you just don't think of that. The main thing is you're there to make money for the people, your investors. They have to trust in you. Don't no pretending nothing. If there's a problem, you got to face it. And people must have trust in you. No one's going to invest money if you don't have a trust in people.
And you seem to have almost an equal passion for the clients, the retirees who buy your homes. You want to make sure that they're happy by providing all those facilities. You want them to be happy and spread the word. Come and buy a Gem Life home. You see the advertising before the news every night on TV. Like, there's a real passion there. It's not just making money.
Look, we value our clients because our buyers, our clients are our business. Without them, and if a person buys, we treat you as an ambassador. You're going to tell your mates, you're going to tell your clubs, you go to RSL clubs, you go to footy, you'll say, look, buy it. We believe we will never let you down if we build your house. As you know, we employ people to build a house. If something's happened, we won't ask whose fault it is. If we can't get the person that did build your house, we are there. We will go and fix it. Because we value you. And I say, like my parents, some of these people are old and vulnerable. Some are sophisticated, young and fit. Some are still working, but most of the people are older people, and they don't want any hassle. They don't want any argument. So you don't argument doesn't mean if it needs something fixed, we go fix it. And what else can be there? Nothing.
Yeah.
And nothing. We fix it. And say, I was saying that a subcontractor. I say, look, you signed. Mrs. Smith has to sign that this is done. Unless she signed, I won't let you go. Or if you don't want to do it, I'll do it. So it's all done, finished. They love you for it. They go. New clients walk in the village. We can't stop people. Tell them they open their heart and soul in front of them. So we're going to make sure these people trust us and love us. Otherwise, we'll never sell a house.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And so taking the company from a private company to a public company, there's been a fairly quick transition, less than 7 years, but from a trailer park on the Gold Coast to listing on the stock market, the newspaper reported an initial father and son benefited $417 million payday, and that was before the share price actually took off after the first day, so it ended up being a lot more than that. But you retain 26.7% with Adrian, a fairly big percentage of a publicly listed company. So tell me, like, I remember playing chess with you after that listing. It was just another day for you, Peter. Like, you're obviously proud of that, but it didn't change your life. It's just next. You keep moving on and you keep growing.
Look, like I said, if it happens to somebody else, you pay attention more. Happens to you, it's just a bit of money that came in, which is nice, money in. But we now on a different spotlight. We've got investing people all around the world, investors fund, and some substantial people that have gone on recommendation from big bank that did underwriting, JP Morgan, and like we now got obligation to make sure that our investors are proud of us. They know, they tell their shareholders that we are worthy investing. We want more. This gives us time to expand, give us a ability and opportunity to expand without investing money. Like you can't move anything. The only constraint we have is a bit of a land shortage. I don't know how the continent of Australia, how can you have a land shortage on the continent of 27 million people? But anyway, that is what it is. But we haven't got enough tradesmen. I can't believe that we can't get enough tradesmen what we want. Our government, I don't want to be critical of any government.
Yes.
I'm in the business. I don't criticize government. I don't criticize one party. But I just would like to ask, how come they can't provide us people that we need them? Our housing prices are escalating due to the bad governments.
Well, you have told me over casual conversation that when you put out an advertisement to employ people, that those same people that might be interested in your job are telling you that they're getting paid way too much by the government and they just go and take the government jobs. Yeah,
but the government's stealing people from us.
Yeah, that's right.
The government, Australian government, and this is not, I'm not criticizing anybody, but the Australian government is stealing people from us, which we train, paying them 50% more, and then they are saying why our housing is expensive. But they're expensive because you are employing them, you're paying your mates too much money. And if you're going to go, why did we crash our car industry? Our car industry is crashed because we paid our people too much and too lazy to build a car. So how come 27 million people, we can't produce a car? Sweden has got 10 million people. They produce fighter jets. They produce every construction material, every cars and everything. They're 10 million people. We got 27. We can't because we are paying our friends, our mates. We're paying them big money, and then we are now saying, why are we costing too much? Because what we're paying too much money to people, to unproductive people.
Unproductive, not the same work ethic that you would expect. Peter, when you decided to float the company, how did that idea, did an institution approach you and did you think, oh no, we don't want to have the additional compliance burden being a public company? How did it all happen?
Andrew, you know when you're a single man, you go to a nightclub and a beautiful lady comes in, everyone's looking at her. And there are people in business that look at people in business, and they can make money on selling your business.
Yeah.
So these people, their job is to look at people like us and float us, help us to float, underwrite us, and they make money and we make money. That's their job. They know how to, like, we're not good enough to float our business by ourselves. But there are people in the world, in Australia, that can do it for you. But like I said, if you're a beautiful woman, everyone's looking at you. If you're good business, there's a bank, there are business that can do it. And they can see opportunity for themselves and you. And they tell their investors, you made money with me before. I can recommend you buy stock here in this company and you'll make money. So just consider yourself business. Best is like going to nightclub. You got a business and you got a hungry people who want to make money. And you'd be surprised how many people are circling around your business looking if they can make money and they can go invest. And that's what happened to us. We couldn't have done it without a big bank.
Look, there's such a small, minute percentage of entrepreneurs in this country would have been involved in turning a private company to a public company. So just for the viewers listening, my understanding is that you and Adrian actually flew overseas to meet some of these funders and the people that put all the compliance documentation together to list the company. Can you tell us about what happened there?
Well, look, Adrian did most of it himself, and I was here, and I said, you go there, like you like talking and make yourself a big gun. He goes, listen, one fund from Canada, which I don't want to say here, told us, we said you're only allowed to invest 150 million. And the lady said, Adrian, I know you, I'll do it for you. He said, but my minimum check would be 250 million. So we're talking big money, like, and he said, but please, I can't, by law, I don't know how the corporate law, you can only invest so much. And
because it was overseas, maybe.
No, because it's a public company, you can't buy shares yourself, otherwise you own the company.
Yeah.
So one investor is only allowed to buy so much. I think. So they are criticizing us now that Tackle and us, we hold too much shares ourselves. We should dilute our shares. Let other people come in. If it's a public company, public has to come in. And we would probably buy more. We would probably buy more assets and let other people come in. And like if you got good people coming in, if you got good people, you got nothing but improving the bottom line. If you know what you're doing. So by holding on, if you're public, you should divest some of the shares, but we don't want to lose that grip. But we would like to probably expand the company and let other people come in. But like I said to you, there are plenty of money around, and people are not going to go and invest hundreds of millions of dollars because of Peter Puljich. Somebody has to recommend you.
Yeah. Peter, to most people, including myself, you are a wealthy man, and it really surprised me one morning. I was having a chat to you, and this is a bit of a joke or a giggle now, but you said, oh, yeah, Andrew, we're looking to list, and the big boys are interested in us now. So I look at you and I think, oh, you're a big boy. Yeah. But even at your level, you're there saying, oh, the big boys with plenty of money are interested in us now. So you did go overseas at some stage to meet one of these institutional banks, and you were frisked down and went through security, and they tell us.
Yeah, we went to JP Morgan Bank in London.
Yeah,
we got double security what you get in the airport.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but maybe there is a reason why. And then you go there, securities, and you go there to lift. You don't press the button has been pressed for you and everything, and people deliver you and everything, and then you wake up and see how money is made. When you go with a good company, with a good people, that if you're good, if you're trusted, we've got a London audience through Sydney people. They've told us these people coming, receive them. Without them, we couldn't get in. Like I said to you, you got to go to double scanning. You leave your telephones and leave everything in. And,
right.
And so it's amazing how then you talk to people that are commanding hundreds of millions and billions of dollars, and they talk like you and I. But after all, they're only human beings.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a good business where they've accumulated money. But you can talk to them like you talk to me. They're normal people.
Yeah. Peter, getting on to some other philosophies and things. Recently, I understand you paid nearly $80 million in tax to the Australian Tax Office. That just blows me away. How do you feel when your accountant obviously lodges a return? Peter, here's your tax. You've got to cough up $80 million.
Because, like I said, we are accumulating it in the business, and then taxmen. The worst thing for business is when you go media. You stay away from media if you can. Taxman reads media, and we're selling millions. We've lost actually 5 million because of taxmen, what they did to us. They put new laws and new this, new that, new this, and do that, and they can see money changing hands, and they want their things there, then they do this, and big corporate business can't wait for taxmen. Taxmen moves very slow. They will investigate you for 5 years. And if they don't make a decision, they just stay silent, which is not fair. If you ask, they say you must be guilty, but it's not fair. Like we are creating. But look, my taxmen think this is a thank you to Australian people. So you can't whinge. He said you were allowed to whinge for 3 days. So that 3 days in morning is passed.
Yeah, but just for people who might have the gripes that can't afford to buy their first property, and some people, their level of thinking is such that he's a rich guy or whatever. But you've just got to appreciate the contribution that hardworking, successful entrepreneurs do for the country. I mean, Peter and his family have employed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of families, built thousands of homes, and the amount of tax that they've contributed to the public purse, it hopefully goes into roads and infrastructure to improve our country. It's just an incredible contribution. Talking about contributing, Peter, tell me about this church you built.
Well, we contributed to church. I think it's about $800,000. My family, throughout with our supplies and everything, we donated half of the money. We support Gold Coast Knights. And it's a big money drain, but we're putting back into community.
Gold Coast Knights is the soccer.
Yeah, soccer. Gold Coast Knights. It's a Croatian backed, but all administrators and players are all from everywhere. We got the only few people are of Croatian origin blood. They're like Adrian and Anthony. Well, they are of Croatian blood, but they're Aussies. They're Australians.
Yeah.
So we go and back it, and we got to do something. So we go back it. We love soccer. We love football.
Yeah. And
we do it, and we church. We donate, and we got other things that I sponsor and everything. Like I've been sponsoring Ethnic Business Awards in Sydney, and you do big. And look, life's too short. You got to invest and pay back some money to the community. The community's been really good. I got here uneducated. I got here for $10. I got here, and I've been given full freedom. I've got the same freedom like Australian born, and it's my thank you to ability. Look, if you're honestly asking me, am I happy to pay 80 million? I'm not, but I have to, and that's just I have to, not because of goodness of my heart. I have to, and anyone that says I paid because I love it, no, because it's a law.
Okay. Let's move on to a bit of philosophy now before we finish the podcast. You used to live in Paradise Waters. And Admiralty Drive or Commodore Drive, was it?
Commodore Drive.
And why, as people get old, sometimes they like to travel and maybe move from a house to an apartment. You did that. You sold up there and you moved into Surfers Paradise. What prompted that change in lifestyle?
Well, my wife, my late wife, she passed away 13 years ago, and she wanted to live in penthouse in Surfers.
Okay.
I didn't. I thought the house is much better. Living in Surfers, I said no, but she says, my eldest son said, Dad, Mum has been putting up with you being working 7 days a week and not being home, and do something. I said, okay, I will buy it. We bought a penthouse, or level 48 and 49, half a floor over 2 floors, and then my wife passed away. Then there was opportunity that people next door put their house on the market, and winds from down south. If somebody buys it and smokes, will fill up my bedroom with the smoke. And either I sue them and fight them. So I bought that penthouse. So I've got two floors.
Okay, so you bought the next door penthouse just for a bit of privacy, and you're going to renovate that shortly, and I'm hoping that you'll throw a little christening party and invite me at some
many
stage.
Parties, yeah.
Look, this is something else that is really an interesting philosophy, and I'm not sure if these numbers are exactly correct, but at some stage you gifted approximately $200 million to your 4 kids as an early inheritance. Why?
Well, look, when my father was 59 years old and he gifted me his little farm, although it's not much, but you don't value your parents how much they give you, if they give you everything they have. And I've adopted the same philosophy. And I said to myself and my kids is, if you're going to wait for me to die, you might be an old people. And I want you and your wives and your kids, I want to educate your kids, I want to live in a good house, I want to do everything. So we sell the business, we sold the Living Gems. We bought enough land, we bought more land than we had before. And I said, you can go do your own thing, whatever you could do. We give him 50 billion plus, much more than that, plus what they had before.
Each?
Yeah, each, all paid and everything. And I said, okay, so I'm going to give you all this money. So when I pass away, what I left for myself, you're just going to go and split it between 4 of you. And rather than go, I've seen families where an old man or mum, they hold on to the money, big money, and then they live 90 years old, and the kids are very old, and grandkids are. I want my grandkids to go to top universities. I want them to go to top private schools. I want to live proper. I want them. If they're going to make a mistake, I want them to make a mistake while I'm alive, so we can talk to someone. And then, like, I want them to be independent. And I'm going to give it to them anyway. I don't gamble. And so I think it was a very, very wise decision. So they are free. They can start looking after themselves. They got a taste of being little bosses themselves, living there, and they're doing quite well. So I'm very proud. Andrew, I'm very proud of what I did. And I think every person that's listening, if you are going to give your kids, don't wait till you're 90 and they are 80 or 75. Give them something now. Give them something that they can educate their kids. I want my kids and grandkids to be educated, because today you need to be really educated. And then that's my philosophy, and I'm very proud. If I have to do it again, I will do it again.
Well, Peter, I admire that philosophy very much. The only thing that comes into my subconscious is how can you trust that each of the 4 kids won't blow the money? I mean, for the listeners here are probably thinking, well, if I had that much money, if I gave it to my kids, it'd be gone within 6 months. How do you trust your kids not to blow it?
Look, your kids are you. If you bring bad people home, and don't be surprised if they bring bad people home. If you're a gambler and do this and fight, don't be surprised if you're druggy, don't be surprised if you're going to on Friday night and getting your son or daughter from police for drugs and everything. So make sure, don't associate with bad people. Don't bring bad people home. And you're going to go and, like, if you even have a normal life, you're going to die. So they're going to end. So I'd rather you teach them now how to handle money. And that's exactly what they're doing. They've got no problem at all.
Yeah.
But one day I'll die. One day they'll inherit it. And I would rather split the asset now whilst I'm alive rather than brothers doing it themselves. It's much easier when they got a middleman to talk to, like a person, adjudicator talking to them, say, Dad, what about this and what about this here? So when I passed away, there wouldn't be any contentious issue, anything to discuss. Like, just decide what's dead, left, and move on. But whether you like it or not, you're going to pass your asset one day when you pass away. So why not do it sooner than rather?
Yeah,
later?
I mean, I'm sure the viewers just find this fascinating, and that topic we just covered in a couple of minutes is probably worthy of a whole podcast. But I find it amazing, and I think it shows an incredible family value, incredible integrity, incredible trust. I'm just fascinated by that story, as I hope the viewers will be too. Peter, I'm not sure if you have any advice here for smaller mum and dad investors, developers that might have done a little subdivision or built a couple of duplexes. Do you have any advice for people that want to become property developers?
Well, you got to buy a block of land, buy a block of land, and buy a block of land. Even like, as you know, you make money, you got to pay tax. If you buy a block of land, and if you work 3 days a week for the boss, if you're not self-employed, and work 3 days on your land, anything on your property, anything you do, you don't pay tax because working with themselves. If you want to, but it's a great sacrifice. I remember being a millionaire on the Gold Coast. I used to pick up my kids from TSS in utility, Hilux utility, and they were big boys, and I'm a big man too, physically big. And you go there, and I used to go this Toyota Tough, three of us in the car. So I didn't go take my wife when I started building my house. I didn't take my wife to a fancy restaurant. My wife was very modest. So I didn't take it to a fancy restaurant. I didn't spend the money on buying a food that's substandard food, paying big money. We're cooking home, and now I don't care. I don't care now. Now I can afford it. But make sure you bring in more than you spend.
Yeah.
Make sure you work very hard. Make sure you work 6 days a week. Make sure you go and look. If you're a plumber, I'll go and do if I'm a carpenter, I'll go and do a couple of days work for you on your house, put your doors up, and then you do this for me. And just don't, this is illegal. If I'm helping you, it's legal. I don't have to charge you, and you don't have to pay tax.
Yeah.
But that's just to get ahead. And that's for the benefit. Look, I did my business. I didn't pay tax every year, but at the end, I didn't get caught. It was just legal. I had to pay them $70 million. So eventually, country doesn't lose. You buy goods, you pay GST, you pay everything, and you even buy people beer to help you, so there's a bit of money for government too. So by moving and by spending money, by investing, government all benefits. We all benefit.
Yeah.
And by you having a house, you're not asking for government to give you a flat. You're not asking to, country becomes better. Don't think that working hard for yourself, that means you're helping society. I never relied on any social
security. Yeah.
I think Kevin Rudd sent me a check, $1,800. I paid $3 million tax, and I got $1,800 for helping for COVID. And I said, and you know what? I didn't return it back. I put it in the bank.
Yeah, right. Peter, you told me you some time ago you invested a little bit of money, diversifying, nothing to do with property. You started a business over in England somewhere.
Yeah, look, we've developed here. Adrian is mostly responsible, and the tactical family with our gem life, building our own internets here. And then we decided that we got a license. Federal government gave us a license. So we went to England in, say, Oxfordshire and Berkshire. They congested housing. They can't dig footpaths to put new cables in. So we got a wireless connection.
Oh yeah.
We went to England, and we had the opportunity there to meet the government and council people and federal government and everything. And we got a partner, a Tackle family, another partner, another partner with Gem Life. We got a partner in England, and we got a partner in Sweden. They're all from Ericsson, so we got using Ericsson technology.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try our luck, and I think we'll be very successful connecting internet. And we're talking like hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of homes to start with connecting, and we get paid for connecting, and we then sell internet. We build. Look, if this comes off, it's gonna be big. But like everything else, it takes takes a few years to start and takes a hard work. And then you got a trust of government. When the government trusts you, and then give you more work, and that's how you succeed. And then, of course, during the course, when they, like I said to you, when you go in a nightclub, people look at you, and then somebody will come and say, buy you. Because this thing is like German telecom and French telecom and everything, they don't like big competition. They don't mind you doing hard work in the trench. But as soon as you start taking clients away, they'll buy you. We know that we can't resist that because they're talking billions. They're talking billions. So look, we're going to start. We're going to start, and we're on we're in a good pathway to succeed over there, because we got all federal government permits, and we got a good technology. We got a man that's working with us in my office. It's been 25 years with Ericsson. And Ericsson technology is a military technology. So they do for military satellites and everything. So I think we're on a good path. Yeah.
And you're excited about I mean, it's funny because you've got this big property development business with retirement homes everywhere, and I can sense an emotion of excitement that this thing could be pretty big over there.
Well, it could be good, but you see, I'm not going to get too excited. I'm excited, but we got all the permits. And as you know, coming from Australia, going to getting a trust of another country, and our mother country, we need some more money, some of their money back here. and I think once we establish the trust, then everything is done. You know, trust everything in business. Everything is they trust you. You deliver what you promised. Clients are happy, and we can move forward. And like I said, and then as soon as we are picking up bits and pieces which big companies are not interested, but we'll become big very soon. And the big companies will say, "Well, you're taking my clients. Either we break you, or we take you,
or join you, or take over,
yes,
buy you out."
So you know what? You have a good think and have a good sleep, and say, "Look, you can't resist the wind. You got to let the big forces."
Peter, thank you for sharing your wisdom, your story. It's just a blessing for our podcast to be able to offer such an incredible story. Guys, please pass this podcast on to anyone you know who's interested in property, interested in entrepreneurial success, and someone who's come to this country with nothing and built so much. Peter, it's a pleasure to talk to you. I thank you for joining us on the podcast, and appreciate it very much.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you. Thank you for having me in. It's my pleasure.
Okay.
We'll get chess maybe tomorrow morning.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Peter.
Anyway.
Thanks for listening to the Andrew Wright Property Podcast. This is all about building a community of like-minded investors who can share real-life stories, experiences, and collaborate with a view to helping each other. Join us. Get in touch through the link in the show notes. I look forward to you joining me on the next episode.